the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Denver, where we'll see the Nuggets going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for New Orleans, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And we get to see the Brow in action tonight. Scary that it's still so early in his career. Kenny, just how good can Anthony Davis get?
Well, he's
Look
dominant.
at that brow you got right there.
Oh,
Whoa,
I have a double brow.
Man, that thing has a
duo
taken on a
brow?
life
I have
of
a
its
double
own.
brow. I have a
Duo brow.
Yeah,
It
does.
weighs about 14 pounds.
It's
doesn't
thick,
it?
though. It's thick, but it's a duo.
Anyway, AD.
Well, anyway, he's dominant in almost every aspect of the game. A big guy who can handle the ball. He can run the floor. He can shoot jump shots. He can defend. And he's a force any way you put him.
I want to see how smart you guys are.
Okay.
If he was a reptile, which reptile would he be?
Oh, a raptor.
Ernie?
If he were a reptile,
What would he be?
he'd be,
Taking too long, Ernie. He'd be a versatilian.
Ooh.
Teams should be nervous of what he can do in 3 years. You like that?
Versatilian.
Versatilian.
That
I like
is.
that.
I'm surprised that you've waited this long to break that one out. A
Yeah.
versatilian.
Dr. O'Neill, baby.
Yeah, okay.
Amphibious.
Kevin Harlan, it's all yours.
The Pelicans come into a Western Conference contest in this game. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Taking a look at Denver. Sixth game of the season for them, and when you're 4-1 already, you've got a good feeling about each game.
Well, I think for Denver, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, you remember that Anthony Davis had a growth spurt in high school that took him from a 6'2" guard to a 6'10" big man. Now, he remembered telling his mother, I can't fit in my bed, I can't fit in my shoes, I can't fit in these jeans you brought me. And her saying, I just bought those 3 weeks ago. Kevin?
It's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, DA. And early in the season, many coaches, Clark, still experimenting with rotations. Who plays when and where, and how long has it been in your experience to have that established on a team?
Well, it varies from team to team. There are a number of factors. One, the coach, has he been there a while? Does he have an established style of play and system? Two, what's your roster like?
Boys, nice and high.
How healthy are you? What's the mix and makeup of your team? So it could vary, but typically you'd like to have it not prolong itself into the regular season. You hope that a few weeks of training camp, and then by the time you get a month of the season under your belt, that you're pretty anchored into who you are and how you're going to try to play.
Good outline. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Down low, it's Randall and Davis. And it's Mirotic in at the 3 slot. Free throw good from Holiday. Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
And, you know, last year the Denver Nuggets were dominant from behind the arc. I mean, 6th in the league in three-pointers made, 7th in three-point percentage.
Payton kicks to Randall. He dishes it to Holiday. And the shot goes down.
Unselfish, good vision. Nice dime by Julius.
Denver with the ball. And Clark, for the Nuggets last season, they in general shot pretty well from the field.
Well, you take a look at the rotations they rolled out, Kevin. Always had an outstanding shooter or two on the floor and generally employed good shot selection, so that adds up to nice numbers.
Jokic, no good. Payton outside. Outside Mirotic. Passes to Randall. Back to Mirotic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Nice to see how easy he takes over games. Makes it look elementary. I mean, that's why they feed him the rock so much.
That's tipped.
Does not have a shot blocker's reach, but Randall makes up for it with excellent anticipation.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all three from the field.
The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Murray surveying the D, kicks it to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Here's Millsap, an easy 2 points on the layup.
And I think this is where Millsap is most effective. Close to the rim. He has a commanding presence.
Payton passes to Davis. Knocks it loose. Holiday finds Davis. Here's Randall. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Randall's got his first 2 points of the night.
An almost perfect start to this game. 4 for 5. They're rolling.
The Nuggets trail by 4. To the middle. Here's Millsap. Second chance shot, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. He's off on that one. Now New Orleans will take it the other way and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Yeah, and for them, that was a bit embarrassing. So expect them to come back with a point to prove tonight.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And here is Payton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah. Mirotic into the lane. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Fruitful possession. Just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
Murray against Payton. Murray outside. Outside Millsap. Just 5 to shoot. They need this. The Nuggets with another miss.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Murray with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. to the left wing. Holiday against Harris. And again, Denver no good. New Orleans leading by 12. And Holiday has it in the corner and stolen by Harris. Murray kicks to Porter. Back to Murray. The pass to Jokic. For three, Millsap. Mirotic grabs the miss.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop and you're back in rhythm.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And last season, a bit of a breakout one for Mirotic. Saw a huge jump in his production and shot a career best from the floor. Across the board, he was a completely changed player despite what was a turbulent season.
Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Anthony Davis is second.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Murray against Payton, and there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That is his first foul of the game. To the paint. Here's Millsap. Good on the 13-footer. Millsap's got his second basket of the night. And with Mirotic, Greg, as you alluded, his year last year had a lot of ups and downs.
You know, he missed a good stretch of the season with that broken jaw from the fight he had with a teammate, and then the trade demands to get out of Chicago shortly after coming back. And despite all this, his defense and rebounding were dramatically improved and really a key contributor on offense.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Payton against Murray. On the wing, Porter. And here's Harris from the arc.
Boy, he's having a tough time right now. Seems like he's forcing his shot a bit to me, Kevin, not letting it come in the flow of the game.
He feeds it to Millsap. Pelicans pull it in. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
And it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So we can't forget about that part of it either.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pelicans.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
The first free throw is good. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
Three-pointer. Thomas's shot is off. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for New Orleans. 16-point lead. And Holiday kicks to Miller. Dishes it to Moore. Back to Miller. From the high post. Davis on the follow. Davis has got 8.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Now, here's Jokic. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
And so here is New Orleans after the Nuggets pick up 2. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles. That's his first foul. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And New Orleans also making a change. Okafor's checked in. Davis finds Okafor. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Thomas. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. Barton outside. 5 to shoot. Denver needs to get off his shot. Takes a 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's more penetrating. Barton with some nice D.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Barton. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Miller surveying the floor. Over Hernangomez. And again, no good by New Orleans. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Lakers. Barton, wide open, he fires, drills it from outside. Barton's got his first 3 points of the game.
It's obvious that Barton's jump shot has come a long way. Right now, he's pretty solid at catching and shooting.
And Moore kicks to Holiday. Davis against Wiles. Davis, the pass to Moore. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Hill, he's checked in for the Pelicans. The Nuggets trail by 13. Now, here's Thomas. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Plumlee in the high post. Barton outside. Pass to Wiles. He kicks to Thomas. Down low. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Holiday. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Holiday's got 9 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Thomas. Drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Pelicans leading by 12. Holiday finds Okafor. Back to Holiday. Out to Miller. Had the space there, but it's offline.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Thomas. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Martin inside the line. No good there. And New Orleans will come the other way. Here's Holiday. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Wiles, and again it's Denver. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
Wiles against Miller. Pass to Holiday. It's stolen by Wiles. Thomas against Holiday. Thomas surveying the D. Fires for 3. Hill pulls it in.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Okafor dishes to Moore. A 3-pointer is right on target. And the Pelicans lead by 15.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
You know, one of the things that makes Holiday such a terrific defender is his long arms. I mean, he excels at using them no matter who he's defending.
Drew Holiday has been on display for New Orleans. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, it just, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's really something to watch.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Holiday and Moore, the guards. Diallo out there with Okafor. And it's Hill in at the 3 spot.
Having now been a head coach for 5 full years, 2 years with the Kings, 3 with the Nuggets, Malone's had his fill of inexperienced rosters and has done a reasonably good job with them.
Now here's Thomas. Passes it to Lyles. And here is Hernan Gomez. Stolen by Holiday. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Hill trying to break free. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Hill. Holiday's got 13.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Hits the three-point bomb. Barton's got his second basket of the night. And it's great to see how Malone's been able to develop these young players.
Yeah, it sure is, because I think the players have a lot of respect for him. They play hard for him, certainly. And they see he's willing to make adjustments. I think he does a nice job adapting his style to his personnel.
And here is Moore, following the 3 from Will Barton. And Okafor with the block.
And the reach of Okafor cannot be understated. I mean, when he's around, he's very good at getting those big paws up quickly and batting shots away.
Now here is Holiday. 13 points in the game. Good on the bucket.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Julius Randle's checked in for the Pelicans. Payton comes in for Ejuan Moore. Payton kicks to Holiday. Down low, Diallo. And he slams it one-handed.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Here's Diallo. Millsap covering. Diallo the pass to Payton. 6 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Randle no good.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, defense right on it. You need to get a better shot than that.
just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Millsap. It's deflected. Bounce pass, Holiday. And stolen by Harris. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's an 18-point game. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
Randle with the bucket.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Payton against Murray. Harris kicks to Millsap. Murray outside. Here's Jokic. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Jokic has got his first bucket of the night.
That jumper is cotton candy sweet. Jokic has terrific form. Gives every shot a good chance of going in.
Now here's Payton. Good work defensively by Millsap.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The pass to Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, with Michael Porter combining the length, athleticism, and scoring ability, he's a rare prospect.
I mean, in high school, he was the #1 prospect on a lot of people's lists. Had the back injury in his only year of college, but everyone knew what he could do when given the chance.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Porter. Clark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
Boy, some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
Now here's Randle. 6 points for him. Mirotic finds Randle. 4 on the clock. Over Jokic. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Porter. The Nuggets with another miss. Pelicans leading by 16. Lets it go from 14. And again, no good by New Orleans. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul. In the recent CBA, there have been a lot of provisions put in there for retired players. Health insurance, increase in pensions, Clark, reimbursement for tuition. What do you think of these changes?
Love them, Kevin. Absolutely love them. And again, credit to the league and to the Players Association for thinking outside the box, reaching back to benefit some of the former players that are actually in need of these benefits and deserving of them. Come on now. Those guys paved the way in many ways for what we see of the league now. And most players appreciate and recognize that. And for it to be tangibly recognized and rewarded is great to see. I love them.
For Denver, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And, you know, for Nikola Jokic, I mean, the team is relying on him more and more now, and he's earned that kind of trust, and expectations are big every night. One thing he's got to get better at, though, is not getting down on himself when he makes mistakes. He's got to stay positive.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And talking about Jokic, a fun-loving guy by nature, his teammates are trying to help him stay positive.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes he's his own worst enemy. He gets frustrated and then things start to unravel on him. His coach said, I don't want him feeling like it's all on him. Can't put that kind of pressure on himself. The message to Jokic, keep it simple. Keep it plain. Don't overthink it.
Now here's Payton. Here's Mirotic. They get it again. Tries again. Randall misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Nuggets trail by 14. Feeds it to Porter. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Payton kicks to Davis. Millsap with the steal. Harris against Holiday. Puts it up from 7. Here's Jokic. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Payton looking it over. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Trying to end the drought, and good that time. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
Defense trying hard to contain Payton when he's down there, but he's pretty good in that low post area.
And Harris wide open. He shoots off the mark. Had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Randall. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Paul Millsap picks one up.
You know, Julius Randle is a young power forward, a little undersized for that position, but fairly dependable. Good movement when he gets to the basket, and he knows how to finish inside. Surprised his rookie option wasn't picked up, but he made the best of it in free agency.
No good on that one. And for Randall, a free agent this past summer, it seems he never felt truly wanted by the team that drafted him.
Well, you know, he's dealt with injuries early in his career and a lot of trade rumors, which can affect a young player in a negative way. I think he's still shown solid improvement in his first handful of years in the league. And again, you've got to recall and remember how young some of these guys are. Even when they've been in the league 4, 5, 6 years, some of these guys are like 22, 23 years old. And that's still not enough time for them to fully mature as players.
The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good, Murray.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much. Well, he was the 6th pick in the draft not too long ago, Jamal Murray, and started slowly, which can happen for a lot of young guys. Shooting percentages were down, turnovers up, but everybody knew he could still shoot.
Now here's Davis, who picked up 33 points in their last win against Utah.
And of course, you cannot forget just how dominant his shot blocking was in that game. Just changed the entire complexion of that game.
Now Murray, following the three-point attempt by Nikola Mirotic. Harris up top, guarded by Holiday. Outside for Murray. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Paul Millsap.
Guard it.
And Clark discussing Murray. This is a guy with truly deep range.
Yeah, in the gym range, Kevin, and his shooting motion stays consistent no matter where he shoots the ball from. I think his best trait, shooting the ball, is one that every team craves.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Morris checked in for New Orleans. Now, here is Miller. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Jokic with the steal. Here's Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Got to be careful how you defend Harris now because he's really good at drawing fouls.
The Nuggets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, Gary Harris coming into the league, I think a lot of people thought he'd just be a Velcro guy. He's a smaller guard who plays with intelligence and great effort, but he's a lot more than that, folks. This guy has a lot of game.
Trey Lyles checked in for Porter. And Harris drops them both. And talking about Harris, that huge contract extension he signed, it really shows how valued a player he is.
Yeah, he's a two-way guy, Kevin. I mean, he's improved every year. He's got the fundamental foundational skills that I think will lead to a very long career. He's accountable. He's humble. He's a low-maintenance guy.
And Davis can't get it to go. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nuggets. They trail by 7. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here's Payton over to the wing. Left side Davis down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
That one falls for Davis. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
Good on both. Clark, obviously everyone's looking for talent, but talk about some of the players whose work ethic sets them apart in your mind.
Jimmy Butler's work ethic, I think, made him into an all-star. Obviously had good size and athleticism, but refined his offensive game and is now a multi-time all-star, and his work ethic is top level. Any of the guys that you've seen impact their teams or come from low draft positions or undrafted, Patrick Beverley. How about him as a guy that you look at and say, man, this guy's work ethic has really made the difference in his career.
And here's Miller after Isaiah Thomas made that last three-pointer. And there's Miller, good that time on the assist by Davis. Miller's got his first points of the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Thomas. No good off the back of the rim.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Payton passes to Miller. Payton trying to get open. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
The Nuggets have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Well, you know, you don't get to flourish like IT does without being very creative. Always finds angles to get a shot up, even when defended well. You do what you have to do at his size to finish a drive, and he's one of the best small guys in the league in finishing.
And the shot goes down. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now, here's Lyons. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Lakers in Los Angeles. The kick out to Barton. And a miss there on the triple. New Orleans leading by 4. Payton outside. Lobbed up there for Mirotic. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
Shaq Diallo, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Solomon Hill comes in for Mirotic. Now here's Thomas. 8 points for him. High arcing shot, and Okafor with the block. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Payton with the ball. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Payton, extreme quickness on the drive. Sometimes it's impossible for the defense to stay in front of him.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
The reason Payton has a promising future in this league is because he's a stat sheet stuffer. He does it all.
He hits both from the stripe. Thomas, it's a wide open look. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's New Orleans with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball, and then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Drew Holiday was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 15 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
Welcome back to Denver, everyone. Traffic coming in and out of downtown Denver on this lovely night in the Rockies. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
And so Payton will bring it up for New Orleans. Millsap and Jokic the pair inside. Murray and Harris, the guards. And it's Porter at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Shot from free throw range. Mirotich's shot is off.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
Now here's Millsap, following the miss by Nikola Mirotic. Clock at 6. Harris finds Jokic. No good on the triple.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
Now Randall following the three-point attempt by Jokic. Randall with the bucket.
Though he lacks elite explosiveness, Randall uses his strong body to protect the ball and avoid block shots inside.
Murray dishes to Millsap. Harris outside. Stolen by Holiday. Davis kicks to Payton. Back to Davis. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Randall. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Putting the defender in the popcorn maker. I mean, Randall developing more tools every day.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
After playing just 1 season of college basketball, Randall entering the NBA with much fanfare. Trying to live up to that lofty billing now.
And he's good on the second. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Murray kicks to Jokic. Millsap at the elbow. Harris against Holiday. Pass to Jokic. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Mirotic. Here's Holiday. The feed to Mirotic over Porter. And he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Harris kicks to Millsap. Here's Murray up on top. Pass to Jokic over Davis.
And, you know, they don't have it right now. I mean, missing their first 3 shots so far this half, slow start.
And stolen by Harris. Here's Jokic. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Now here's Payton. He has 6. Right side, Mirotic. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Randall kicks to Mirotic. 6 on the shot clock.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Now here's Millsap. 6 points for him. And he banks in the layup. Millsap's got 8 points.
Hey, and when guys at this level are that close to the basket, they ain't missing. I mean, especially when there's no defense in the neighborhood.
Payton passes to Randall. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Pushing it up. And Jokic slams it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Pelicans leading by 5. Holiday finds Davis. Mirotic against Porter. Left side, Davis. Millsap with the steal. Stolen by Holiday. He can't get that one. And Denver the other way now. Here's Porter. And Mirotic sends it back. Payton against Murray. Payton dishes to Randall. Tipped away. Millsap with the steal. Now Murray. Harris outside. Back to Murray. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Holiday. Payton passes to Davis. Here's Mirotic. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Nuggets trail by 8. Murray outside. Taken away by Holiday. 3 on 3. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 5 points now this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New Orleans.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Denver calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Darius Miller, he's checked in for the Pelicans. E'Twaun Moore comes in for Payton. Off the inbound. Here's Jokic. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Free throw, good. Jokic. And Nikola Jokic, boy, the addition of that 3-point shot, Clark, has really opened up things for his offense.
Without question, Kevin. Already a great passer. Now that he can stretch the defense, the passing lanes become wider for him. Also, the driving lanes open up for his teammates. So very difficult to take away everything when Jokic is knocking down perimeter shots.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Murray. Harris outside. For 3. Drains the 3-pointer. Harris has got 10.
He's really a dangerous perimeter shooter. Harris is great at cashing in from this spot on the floor.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. To the inside. Miller shoots it. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Miller's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. 8-point game. Jokic passes to Murray. Again, the Nuggets score.
Love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. I mean, he's really good at reading the defense and really good at quick shooting.
Right side, Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a look here at the shot chart for Holiday.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing.
Shooting 2.
And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
And that one falls for Davis.
Davis is really the total package. A mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Lyle comes in for Porter. Will Barton, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Jamal Murray. And both free throws good for Davis.
Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Jokic. Goes up on the high post. And it's Denver scoring again.
Jokic is such a developed offensive player. He's really good at taking advantage of these mid-range spots.
Holiday finds Miller. Back to Holiday. The pass to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Such an exciting young player. Randall flexing his muscles there.
The Nuggets trail by 8. To the wing right side. Jokic against Davis. Jokic, no good.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Nuggets have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Here's Randall. Denver grabs the miss.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
The Nuggets with another miss. New Orleans leading by 8. And the call up against Jokic. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Okafor comes in for Randall. And it's Hill in for Darius Miller. And so it's New Orleans with it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. The Nuggets trail by 9. Thomas kicks to Barton. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, it's Plumlee. Here's Thomas. That one wide left.
That's unacceptable shot selection there, Kevin. I mean, why on earth did he think that was a good look?
Right side Davis. The dish to Okafor. New Orleans moving it around. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, I tell you, when Okafor sees a wide open teammate, he really zips the ball over to set him up for a clean look at the bucket.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. Here is Thomas. After Drew Holiday's score, back to Thomas. Pass to Jokic. Here's Lyles. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Lyles got 7 points in the game.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
And Holiday kicks to Hill. Back to Holiday. To the middle. Here's Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
The Nuggets trail by 12. Barton outside. Pass to Lyles. Jokic with it. He's guarded by Hill. Shoots a fader. They get it back. Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Here's Davis. Denver getting their last shot to go.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Barton, no luck. Pelicans leading by 10. Right side Davis. Kicks to Okafor. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be foul number 5 on him. And due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And Jahlil Okafor, the 3rd overall pick back in 2015, has had his ups and downs to the start of his career. But, you know, Clark, he feels now he's on the right track.
Well, I think he recommitted himself to fitting in with the team and has been working harder than ever before. Sometimes disappointment can motivate you to greater levels of work and commitment. He was kind of a forgotten man in Philly. And now he realizes a second chance is with him, and he's trying to make the most of it.
It's deflected. Jokic, no good.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Holiday against Thomas. The shot by Holiday, no good. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Down by 12. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Okafor, the pass to Hill. He kicks to Holiday. Lyles against Hill. Shoots over Lyles. And again, no good by New Orleans. Holiday finds Moore. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And here is Thomas. From deep three-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. New Orleans on top. They lead by 14. And we'll be back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Nuggets trail by 14 on the court for the Pelicans, getting the 4th quarter going. On the perimeter, Moore and Hill. Okafor out there with Diallo, and it's Payton in at the point guard. Now, here's Jokic. Excellent D there from Okafor. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Thomas dishes to Millsap. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Hill passes to Okafor. Here's Moore. And the layup's good off the glass. Moore's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pelicans. Nuggets shooting a meager 37% for the game. Thomas kicks to Barton. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Shot clock at 6. Outside Thomas. The Nuggets with another miss.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Payton can't get it to go. Moore finds Hill. And it's sent back by Jokic. Here's the break. Barton passes to Thomas. Outside for Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 4 assists in the game.
And, you know, you see the improvement. Millsap has established himself as a decent three-point shooter now. He has the range.
Here's Diallo. He feeds it to Payton. Passes it to Diallo. Takes a shot at the elbow. And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Nuggets trail by 13. Thomas passes to Jokic. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Tell you what, with Jokic, you've got to foul him harder than that. This big fella takes pride in finishing through the defense.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Porter's checked in for Trey Lyles. Gary Harris comes in for Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Thomas.
Shooting one.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
Jokic is one of those new breed of positionless players. On any given night, he could lead the team in points, rebounds, or assists, or maybe all three. Triple-double like.
Now here is Mirotic. Buries it from three-point range.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
And here is Murray, following the three from Nikola Mirotic. Porter kicks to Harris. And he hits the jumper for 2.
Excellent decision maker. Love how decisive Harris is in the pick and roll.
Pelicans leading by 11. Payton the bounce pass. The pass to Diallo. From deep, Moore. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And for that Thunder game, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
Harris finds Jokic. That cuts the lead to single digits. Jokic has got 20 points.
I am very impressed with the poise Jokic has shown tonight. He's been unflappable no matter what they've thrown at him.
To the right side. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Julius Randle's checked in for Jahlil Okafor. Now here is Mirotic. Payton outside. No good with the triple. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Pelicans leading by 9. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
Harris drives in. Off the inbound, no good. And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the New Orleans Pelicans. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. And so Mirotic nails both of them. The Nuggets trail by 11. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Banked in off the glass. Jokic has got 16 here in the second half.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here is Mirotic. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Porter looking it over. Here's Millsap, and again it's Denver.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
Pass to Randall. Millsap with the steal. Murray against Payton. Murray kicks to Harris. Murray with it. Passes to Jokic. 6 to shoot. Top of the key. Murray, no good.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
Millsap with the steal. And now Harris running the floor all by himself. Moore with the block. Murray against Payton. Randall dishes to Payton. And here's Moore outside. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists tonight.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Now here is Harris. And the pass to Jokic. Payton against Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Porter, no luck. Pelicans leading by 12. Payton kicks to Moore. Payton against Murray. Poked away. Moore finds Payton. Here's Randall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Plays with nice force. I mean, Randall heading to the line now.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. New Orleans making some changes here. Davis comes in for Shaq Diallo. And it's Drew Holiday in for Ejuan Moore. He's perfect from the line this time. The Nuggets trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Millsap passes to Harris. Now Murray, guarded by Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Randall with the bucket.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
Yeah, it's actually palpable, isn't it, Greg? I mean, you can feel it. Every single one of these guys locked in, playing for each other. And that's why they're up.
Harris with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Jokic. It's deflected. Mirotic against Porter for the 3. That one, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. Now Now here is Harris. Porter in the corner. At the top of the key, Millsap. And nothing is falling for him right now. New Orleans leading by 16. Floats it up for Randall.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Porter kicks to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Harris looking it over. Shoots over Mirotic. A nice shot by Harris. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
All the credit belongs to Harris there. I mean, he's so good at maintaining his concentration level, even when the defense is on him.
From down low. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Murray, no good.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Right at the free throw line. That's good from Mirotic on the assist by Davis. 16 points for Nikola Mirotic. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. One of those ongoing discussions about adding a 4th referee, Clark. Would that help us, you think, call the game more accurately?
No, it would just crowd the court more.
Right.
I mean, come on. What are we talking about here? There's a human element to everything we do. Calls are going to be missed. We've grown and gotten better in highlighting different aspects of calls, being more transparent about it. The video replay, I think, has been more good than bad in the game. There are going to be mistakes. You make them, I make them, the referees make them, coaches make them, players make them. We can't totally eliminate the human element of the game. A 4th official would not add to the ability to get more calls right. They're getting 94, 95% of them right now. You think another official is going to move the needle? Come on.
Jokic. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Mirotic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Payton against Thomas. Payton outside. Outside Holiday. And the Pelicans get it back. Here's Randall. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instincts. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
Thomas, good.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
1:56 left in the 4th quarter. Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. And Davis throws it down.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now. Up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
Here's Millsap following the basket by Anthony Davis. Millsap left side. On the wing, Harris guarded by Holiday. Harris misses.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New Orleans.
Great, generous ball movement tonight, a thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Anthony Davis.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds. And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Now, here's Thomas. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Millsap has the open look. Off target from three-point range. Davis kicks to Payton. Out to the wing. Floats it up for Randall. The shot, no good.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. You know, the ball movement was great. Everybody's rebounding and talking. So when we play like that, it's fun to watch. You know, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotions. That's all we asked. That's all Coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.